years, it is my sincere prayer that you have enjoyed a safe and relaxing summer. Hopefully you've got some rejuvenation in there after an extremely challenging year. The first part of the summer, I was in Houston babysitting my grandson, Rowan, and many of you have already met him through the 55 photos I carry on my phone. Yes, I have become one of those grandmothers, so thank you for loving him. I would like to send out a huge thank you to many of the parents who wrote emails at the end of the year, giving our entire staff words of gratitude for the past school year, for how we handled the challenges during the pandemic. Of course, we had protocols and procedures in place to keep us on track, but honestly, it was our faith in a living God that sustained us through a time of adversity and fear. I visited with so many families throughout the year concerning their heartbreak and anxiety throughout the school year, and I often shed tears with them as we prayed. But the one constant that remained was that God is faithful. All he asks is that we put our trust and faith in him and him only. Having faith is a broad concept because we can put our faith in anything, whether it be faith in your finances, your job, your friends, your family, yourself. It is still faith. But true faith is placing your desires, your fears, your failures, your victories, your anxiety, and your needs, and most of all, your future in God's mighty hand. 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." It is so easy to get caught up in the things we can see and touch, such as people, circumstances, and issues, because we can see them. However, walking by faith to me means putting one foot in front of the other and going into a situation prepared in prayer, grace, and wisdom. These are God-given gifts that, as the principal of ICS, I have had to use over and over again. James 1:3 reminds me of this because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Boy, did we live out this scripture time and time again last school year. We were tested in our faith as we endured the unknown, a situation that no one had ever seen, except by faith. Tells me God already knew. Faith is trusting that the Lord will provide the tools, the people, and the resources that we need to face the unknown. Mr. Davis in the last few weeks has spoken to you about how wonderful our school is, and I could go on, and the many situations we endured as a school last year, the loss of our staff at the end of the year, and the provisions and ways that God has provided the faculty and staff to move forward in a positive way for the future. So it is my goal today to reemphasize that faith in the living God is the only way to go. Emmanuel Christian School remains open, strong, and hopeful for a blessed school year. This statement is true because of the enrollment factor and how many families, old and new, that we have interested in Christian education for their children. Families are looking for stability, safety, and a healthy environment to spend their money on and to send their children. So much was lost academically last year for many students, but Emmanuel remained faithful and steadfast to the calling that God had for each one of us. Our amazing teachers stepped up to the plate every single day, teaching both online and face-to-face. Woo, boy, was it tiring. I know for a fact that it was their enduring faith in God and their calling to teach that brought them to the classroom each and every day. I think of John 7:38 that states, "Whoever believes in me, as scriptures has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." This verse was lived out on a daily basis, I promise you. The living water was always there, even if it was a trickle, even if they were weary. The teachers stood strong because of their strong faith, and they pushed forward. As we move into the new year, I know that God is going to once again help us test our faith, our entire community. But facing what we did last year together will build a strong faith that will invade the hearts of all of us. Because we are warriors, mighty warriors. Warriors stand in the midst of adversity and put one foot in front of the other. I encourage each and every one of you to choose faith over fear every single time. I have missed you this school year, and I am thrilled to not have a mask on so that you can see my smile. I love each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one. God bless you.